Two.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, not fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she tryna grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 220 of Psychotic and Iconic. Paul's here along with my co-host, Nick Theories. Thank you to everybody that's tuned into the live stream. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and share it. Thank you to everybody that likes, follows, and subscribes to all of our platforms. Welcome back, baby, for episode 220. We're without Phil tonight, so we're doing the one camera. Phil, he's sick. He's sick. He's hoeing.
Yeah, his clit hurts.
Yeah, he's hoeing. He's hoeing. Miss him, but
yeah, we miss him.
He's hoeing.
He is 100%.
We're gonna have to have a conversation with him.
Nah, it's all
chat. No, I'm just playing, Phil. All right, let's get right into it this week because a lot of shit happened, and I'm obviously excited to talk about it. Jets lost to the Patriots, which is fucking pathetic. Fall to 2-6 on the season. Yeah, I got nothing for you on that. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been more wrong about a team in my life.
Yeah, I know.
Like I genuinely don't recall a scenario where I thought a team was going to be really, really, really good or really, really, really ass, and they were the complete opposite.
You know what this reeks of?
Actually, well, no, I could say both because I thought the Jets were going to be really good, and I thought the Steelers were going to be really ass, and the Steelers are pretty good, and the Jets are super ass.
You know what this reminds me of? Like dead serious.
The Raiders?
No, this reminds me of Mikey P's prediction with the Denver Broncos.
No, don't do me like that.
I'm dead serious. It's the same. It's the same scenario.
Don't put me on there.
The same scenario, dude. An aging quarterback, looking washed. The team isn't. The team was a quarterback away. Blah blah blah. Their defense was this, that, and the third. And bro, they're 2-6. They're 2-6. And
it's not even that
there's no answers. I mean, you can't trade for anybody at this point. You got Hassan Reddick. You brought him in at late. I mean, this season was a disaster off the rip with the whole Hassan Reddick trade from the go. I mean, that was a headache. That was an issue. Like the Jets don't have a culture. They got good players. There's just no culture there. They have nothing. There's no foundation. And when you don't have that, you don't have a team. And that's why they're 2-6. I mean, do I believe they have the capability to put up 30 points? Absolutely. On paper, they should be great. But Aaron Rodgers, he ain't the same, bro.
He's not doing
it. He looks that. I mean, the Patriots were calling him slow. The defensive line said he can catch Aaron Rodgers if he's scrambling out of the pocket. A defensive lineman said that. Like Aaron Rodgers was known to extend plays and make the miraculous throws, sidearm. And it was unbelievable. But he's not the same quarterback. And unfortunately, it's a bad mix, man. It's a really, really bad mix. And I hate to say it, but straight up, dude, like his legacy is really taking a hit.
Well, his legacy was taking a hit simply from his personal standpoint because he got involved with politics and going on podcasts and saying how he truly feels. But now the professional aspect of it is getting ruined because he already had some inklings of a choke artist because of how it ended in Green Bay over the last few years. I know we got 2 MVPs back to back, but
it don't mean nothing.
Those MVPs don't mean anything unless you get there. And like I said, Aaron Rodgers is going to be for me, Aaron Rodgers is a difficult quarterback to judge. And I'm not saying that he wasn't great, but he didn't do enough when it mattered. Like for somebody as talented as Aaron Rodgers and the receivers that he had, Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Devontae Adams, like when you think about it, Donald Driver, Greg Jennings, when you think about that, to only have one Super Bowl appearance is mind-blowing.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's mind-blowing.
Appearance.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not even talking about wins. I'm talking about he went to one bowl. And that's it. And that was 2010. We just graduated high school.
I know.
That's how fucking long it was ago.
My thing is, though, I feel like I'm torn between is Aaron Rodgers washed up or is Aaron Rodgers just old coming off of an Achilles injury and needs a year to get himself together?
He's washed up.
That's what I don't know.
Because what you just said, the first thing, he's old.
No,
once you say he's old, then
well, there's
already wrinklings of he's washed.
But he didn't play for a year. So I don't know if it's rust and old or if it's just truly he's washed. That I don't know. And I think that'll be That remains to be seen. And depending on what he does after the season, I think he's going to come back for another year. I don't think he can go out like this.
I'd be shocked.
But then again, if he does go out like this, could it save him if he's truly washed from humiliation next year? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, here's the I mean, that's the thing. You're gambling though.
Yeah.
At that point, like, do I trust that the Jets are going to be able to be competent enough to really save my legacy? Like, does he really believe that? There's no culture there. There's nothing there. What killed him is he got hurt the first year. That really fucked him.
That's what I'm saying.
Because then you could never build on the second year. The second year, he was rehabbing majority of the time. So he couldn't really build anything there. The first year, if they didn't make the playoffs, who cares, right? I think they would have been better suited because he would have been a little bit more comfortable, and the pieces around him would have had more playing time. Like him and Garrett Wilson, they're playing for the first time. Like, I think they have capabilities of being nuclear, but the problem is that when you're so keen early on in the season, before Devontae Adams came to the Jets, all they did was throw it to Garrett Wilson. When the second read wasn't there, Aaron Rodgers was trying to look to escape the pocket, and he's too fucking slow. So he was either getting sacked or he was throwing the ball away. That's why they were so inefficient. But now they have Devontae Adams. Now, look, he just got there, right? But the problem is it's so late. They're 2-6. If they made that move when they were 2-2, you might
even 2-3.
You would have bought yourself some time. But you were 2-4. You made a move. You lost to the Steelers, and then you lost to the Patriots. I'm sorry. I don't understand, their whole roster building.
And their defense took a slip because you lost your best coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, that was completely impulsive. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That was you fired your best coach, your best defensive coach, and their defense the last 3 weeks since he's been fired has been slipping.
That's what I'm saying. It's been
like
slipping.
You gave up 25 to the Patriots,
and you gave up 37 to the fucking the Steelers.
Like, you let Jacoby Brissett go down the field and win the game. I expect Aaron Rodgers to do that, not Jacoby Brissett. Jacoby Brissett is the backup. Drake May got hurt.
Oh yeah, he got concussed.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah, I didn't
and he came in and he's carving up your defense.
It's pathetic. They're a pathetic team, dude.
What about Sauce Gardner? He's supposed to be this fucking elite guy.
He's taking a hit too because he was widely regarded as a top 3, top 4 corner. And
he's getting $30 million a year.
Yeah.
$30 million. Your defense should be outstanding. You should be shutting down half the field regardless. You should be getting interceptions, turnovers, something. You got to create something, right? Like, I don't know. I just think the Jets have a lot of problems. I don't think it's going anywhere. The only thing I'll say about the Jets and their only saving grace is their schedule.
It's not even that, bro. You know what's funny about that? I have this brought up.
I mean, their schedule is it's beatable. I think they can go on a run, but I don't know if they're mentally strong enough. And you have to make second half adjustments. If you do not make second half adjustments, those are the losses. That's what's going to happen.
And the thing is, too, dude, if you look at the AFC, like the Broncos are the 5th seed at 5-3. They're going to slip up. At least I believe. The Colts are going to slip. Then it's like the Bengals. That's why, and I thought of this when we were talking about the Eagles and the Bengals. And I said, like, if the Bengals lose, their season's over. But it's not, because the AFC is so fucking bad.
Right.
Like, the Bengals are in 9th place at 3-5. The Colts are ahead of them. The Broncos are ahead of them. Like, they're going to finish better than the Colts and better than the Broncos.
Do you think that, though?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I think the Broncos are pretty decent.
They're decent, but they're still going to be growing pains with Bo Nix. When the pressure comes on at the end of the year.
Three tough games coming up, too. They're at Baltimore, then they're at Kansas City, and then they play home against the Falcons. And I think the Falcons are going to be pretty good by that time,
so
too.
They're probably 1-2.
Yeah. I mean, at best, man. But, like, I think Bo Nix is playing pretty decent. Like,
he is playing well.
Their defense is amazing.
Bo Nix and Drake May are playing better than Caleb.
Yeah, Denver's defense is fucking legit. Cause
what's weird is with Denver's
defense, they haven't gave up under over 20 points since week 1.
You know what's weird about that?
Fucking crazy.
Their defense was garbage last year with Russ.
They gave up like 50. They gave up like 70 points. Yeah, against the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So what changed?
Attitude.
Yeah, but I mean, Justin Russell Wilson.
Bro. And
They also lost Justin Simmons.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Sean Payton creates a culture. Russell Wilson didn't. He created a toxic culture when he separated himself from teammates. That's what happens. People start to notice that shit, dude. You know what I mean? But when the head coach commands respect and you have a guy like Sean Payton who's won a Super Bowl, he's widely respected in the NFL. You're going to get that respect. And when he can make his culture there set in stone, he's building off of it from last year. And that's why their team is getting better.
But surprisingly, like the defense got better. And not for nothing, Russ has looked okay.
Yeah, Russ has looked pretty good.
Looked better than I expected with Pittsburgh.
I think he's looked great.
Yeah, he looks better than expected. But do you think Rodgers hangs it up after this year? Do you think he comes back for one more? Or do you think it depends on how the season finishes?
I think it's going to, yeah, I'm that's where I'm at. It's going to depend on how the season finishes. Do I think he's going to, I bet you in the offseason, it's going to be like Brett Favre situation. Like, it just feels like that. He's going to go in the darkness and he's going to determine if he's going to be retired or not. He's going to come back. He's going to say, oh, yeah, I'm back. And then here comes another Instagram post. You know how it fucking goes, bro. You know, it's the same shit every year. It's you're building your brand. You're building suspense. You're building something. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he just likes to be in the media. I personally believe that. I do. I think Aaron Rodgers is somewhat of a diva.
Oh, yeah. I used to think that before. I actually don't think that now.
Well, no, here, Mike, because here's the thing. He knows whatever he says is going to travel. So he knows that it's going to get attention.
But
so,
is
like,
it the media doing it or is it him?
Well, it's both. I think it's a tug of war. Absolutely.
He don't respond to like critics and shit though. Unprompted. When they ask him about it, he will respond. But like, I mean, think about it. Nick Wright always gets on him.
Yeah, but
he's like fucking on Nick's hit list.
So what?
I'm saying it like I know him, but I'm just saying.
But so what? Who cares?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's weird, man, like saying this because of how I've been with Aaron Rodgers. But with him, I just feel like he's like a target now. Aaron Rodgers became a target when he spoke out against COVID. That was when everybody said he went crazy. I said this before and I'll say it again. This country loves talking about embracing mental health and it's okay to not be okay until you don't do traditional shit. His form of medicine and meditation is going into the darkness, doing ayahuasca, doing all these things to help himself feel better and love himself unconditionally, as he said on the Aubrey Marcus podcast. But that's not taking fucking Xanax and antidepressants. So, you know, that doesn't fit the culture.
Yeah, but I don't think that's even why they.
I do though. That's when it started with him. It started with him when he fucking lied, when he lied and was deceptive about taking the COVID vaccine, which again he shouldn't have been asked. But nobody's fucking business.
He's condescending though. He is. He's a condescending man. You can't deny that.
Yeah.
He's condescending, dude. And when you're condescending, the tables will turn on you. Like, it's so true that everybody loved Aaron Rodgers. Eventually, people are gonna turn their backs on you.
But I love him more now than I like my back.
Some people do.
I turn the opposite way. I never liked Rodgers.
I'm judging him based on his play.
Yeah.
As a human, I agree with a lot of his shit. Honestly, like I think some of the stuff that he says is a little crazy, but. Other than that, I don't judge him for it. I judge him. I'm talking about his play, his overall play. I don't give a fuck. His play this
year has been fucking garbage.
And I was rooting for him a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I want to see the Jets do well. Yeah. I want to see Aaron Rodgers do well with the Jets. That'd be fucking awesome.
I know.
It's a cool story, right? Like, but at the same time, I just don't think it's going to happen for him.
We will see. Let's go to the jungle. Eagles beat the Bengals 37-17. Are we back up?
Oh yeah, we've been up. I've tried to tell you, bro. I tried to tell you about this game. This game was so easy to predict.
I wish we had the clip. I wish Phil was here to show that clip.
Like honestly, this game was so easy to predict. It had upset written all over it. I couldn't believe you didn't see it.
Upset though.
Absolutely, it was an upset.
Nah, because the Bengals aren't better than us right now.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't believe they were.
You're saying the line. They were underdogs. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
I couldn't believe the Eagles were dogs. I was like, I'll take the Eagles all fucking day. It was the easiest bet of the weekend. Honestly. And the recipe was simple. The only thing I will say about the Eagles that I was really disappointed about, and I didn't see coming, honestly. Third down. They can't get off the fucking field. Yeah. Bro, the Bengals were 10 of 13 on third down.
How do you go 10 of 13 on third down and still lose?
And only
get the shit beat out of you.
Score 17 points. But you want to know why? The Eagles shut down the run. It's plain and simple. The Bengals running backs, they had 17 carries for 43 yards. Joe Burrow had 3 carries for 15 yards. They had a total of 58 yards rushing. The Eagles shut that shit the fuck down.
Dude, the Eagles defense has really been like...
They rose to the occasion. You
Their
have to
defense
you
has
have to
been good,
tip your
bro.
cap. They've been awesome.
Yeah, their defense has
They've been
really good.
excellent.
They're getting after the quarterback. They're tackling. They're hitting. Like they don't look soft.
They created 2 turnovers too. They only created 2 turnovers all year.
Oh, and
They
Quinyon
got
Mitchell
2
on
turnovers this game
the tip drill to
Gardner Johnson.
yes,
It was
that
fucking
awesome.
unbelievable.
Yeah, on Chase too.
It was unbelievable. It was a bad throw.
Yeah, it was. I know
He was
dude.
double covered.
But here's the thing: like Burrow was talking after the game, and I said this last week. Like I thought the Bengals season was over, but as I just stated, like when you look at their schedule coming up, which I think Burrow said like 7, they need to go 7-2 because roughly 10 wins. I think it's doable because I still believe in Burrow. I still believe in Chase. I still believe in Higgins. I believe in Chase Brown. I actually think Chase Brown's really good. But the AFC's weak this year.
Yeah, I agree. I think NFC.
Like they only have 3 dominant teams. It's the Bills, the Ravens, and the Chiefs. Other than that, it's kind of just like whatever. Because the Jets have been trash.
Yeah.
The Dolphins got hurt. Cleveland is fucking trash. The Broncos, meh. The Colts, trash. Although they may be better now.
There's one team that
Flacco.
you're missing though. I think you got to put the Steelers up there.
Oh yeah, the Steelers. Yeah. Because they got great defense.
That defense is unbelievable.
I know.
I mean, TJ Watt is he's out of this world. Honestly, I think the Chargers are up and coming.
They
because
are.
they
I
play
just don't
really
think
good
they have
defense.
enough. But
They
they're
don't have
smash
enough.
mouth.
They don't have enough on offense.
That's what
I agree with you. Like I don't think they can go toe to toe with a Ravens team. I don't think that. But I do think they are up and coming though. If they get a couple pieces on offense, dude, that team is really good. That defense is legit, and I think they could make some noise. I don't know who they can get. They should have got Deontay Johnson.
I wish. And the thing is too is like the other part of this going back to the Eagles.
I'm sorry. You're going back to the Eagles, right?
Yeah. I was just saying like with the Eagles, this was the best game I've seen Jalen Hurts play in a long time.
He was
Back-to-back weeks with no turnovers. He was decisive, 16-20 for like 280 yards or something. I think 283. That's what you need from Jalen Hurts. Make decisions. One thing I say, did Kellen Moore call the last 2 games? Is it not Nick Sirianni? Or does Nick Sirianni not have any input?
Truthfully, you want my answer?
Obviously, I asked you.
Who gives a fuck? Whatever they're doing.
I'm curious about
just
it.
let it ride, bro.
I'm curious about that.
If they're both collaborating, I love that even more.
I like whatever makes the offense look
I don't give a
like
fuck.
that.
Whatever they're doing, just keep doing.
Yeah.
I love what the Eagles are doing.
Yeah.
Running the football. They're playing good defense, getting after the quarterback. Now they're creating turnovers. Like if they can keep the momentum, man. I definitely think we can make some noise.
We absolutely can.
Like I definitely like. Do I think we're better than the Lions? No, I don't. I don't think we're there yet.
No, not right now.
Not right now.
Not right now. But
Can we be towards the end of the season? Yeah, I think so because I think we have the playmakers on offense to make it go. If we play defense like this, yeah, you could beat anybody. Straight up. I mean, you beat Cincinnati in a must-win game in their house by 20. Come on. That's not a fluke. Like they had to win. Cincinnati's on the ropes, bro. And the Ravens lost. So like they had to win that game. Cincinnati, I mean, like they were the more desperate team than the Eagles.
Oh,
and they got their
that's why I
fucking
said
doors blown off.
That was why I said I liked the Bengals last week because of desperation.
The Eagles were a better fucking football team. They're a better team.
The Bengals look outmatched.
Yeah, they look like they were at. Yeah, you're right, 100%. And the Bengals. So going back to the Bengals, do you think it's doable for them to go 7-2?
Yeah.
Bias aside.
I just believe in Joe Burrow. I think they could beat the Raiders this week. They will beat the Raiders this week. Then they play the Ravens
in Baltimore.
A short week in Baltimore, so they'll travel. I would go Bengals here. Ravens already beat them. Then they got the Chargers. They could beat the Chargers. The problem is the Chargers are really fucking physical, and they'll be able to eat them up front.
Yeah.
So that could be a tough game. Burrow's better than Herbert. I would take Harbaugh over Zach Taylor. So that could be a tricky game. So
yeah.
Then they got the Steelers. That's their first time playing them. That's a tough game. But they're home. So you could probably, Russell Wilson's got to go away and stuff. So you could take them there. Then they got the Cowboys. They'll blow the Cowboys out. The Cowboys stink.
It's in Dallas.
They're 0-4
which
this year.
actually I think it benefits the Bengals.
Yeah,
more.
the Cowboys stink. They're not going anywhere. Then they got the Titans. They're atrocious. They're the worst team in football. Then they got the Browns. Jameis Winston, whatever. They should beat the Browns. They already beat them once this year. It's hard to beat them twice, but I'll give them the edge there. Then you got the Broncos at home. I'll take the Bengals there all day long. And then you got the Steelers again. So you figure you lose to the Ravens and the Steelers once.
Mike, there ain't no way they're making the playoffs.
Well, the rest of the AFC is trash.
If I had a bet right now, if I swear to God, they're not winning more than 10 games.
I said they're going to win 10.
They're not winning 10. There's no way.
Why?
That schedule?
They can't get hot?
I mean, Mike, they haven't gotten hot, Mike. It's week 9, and everybody's like, all right, this is the week the Bengals are going to turn it up. And it's like,
yeah,
I don't think so. They haven't done it.
Man,
bro, they got their ass beat. I mean, bro, their wins are unimpressive.
I know.
They beat the fucking Panthers, the Giants, and the Browns. Like, I don't know what people see in this Bengals team where it's like it's giving you hope. I just don't see it.
It's just they're full of talent, and
you're betting on the quarterback, and I respect it. I respect it because he's a respectable quarterback. But this ain't the year, bro. It's just not the year. T. Higgins, you don't know how long the fuck he's out. He's a headache. And if he's out, you don't have anybody to step up. Mike Gesicki was their best fucking wide receiver.
He was cooking.
He was cooking us.
I know.
On third down. It was unbelievable. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Mike Gesicki?
Yeah, we'll see though. I mean, I'm holding out hope because I just want them to be there.
Oh,
I want them to be there.
Yeah, and I agree with you too. I think you said last week that the league is in better hands when
the league is better when Burrow's there.
And I agree with you, but bro, they're just not a good team. They're not. I know, and I don't think they're going to beat the Chargers in LA.
That's not really a home game for the Chargers. Have no home field.
I don't care, but it's the traveling that I think that benefits the Chargers. It's late in the season. It's November. It's near Thanksgiving.
Well, your best should come out right now. Right now.
I mean, they're playing the Raiders. If they come out and they spank them, everybody's like, "Oh, here comes the Bengals." And it's like, bro, like it's not it for them this year, dude. It's not, dude. They gave.
How many wins do you think they get? 7 or 8?
I do think they beat the Raiders. I do, and that is like is a question mark because I don't know.
You don't know what
the Raiders can be physical as fuck.
I know. Max.
The Raiders are physical.
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, they played really well against the Chiefs, by the way. And the Chargers are their physical team. Ravens are physical, and you got them back to back. Like then you got the Steelers. Like holy fuck, man. And then you got the Cowboys. You say what you want, they still whatever. They're going to be a respectable opponent. Blah blah blah. And then you got the Titans, and then the Browns, the Broncos, and the Steelers, bro. That's a gauntlet, bro. There's maybe 2-3 layup games in there.
And one of them's this weekend.
There's 3 layup games in there. Yeah. And one of them's this weekend. I just don't see it, dude. I think they have to
get on a roll.
And
it has to start now.
If at best they're 9-8. At best.
Honestly, that might work though, with the way the AFC is this year.
It might.
Let's stay in the AFC North. Browns upset the Ravens. Are you concerned by that?
I feel like the Ravens always have like one of these weird losses every year. So no, I'm not concerned about it because I know what the Ravens are about. They play a brand of football that is just unbelievable, dude. They play good defense. They run the ball, they control the clock. It's just what they do. Dude, they do it better than anybody in the NFL. And like when you had that recipe, I bank on that every single week. Like, yeah, you're gonna have down weeks, like Jameis Winston throwing a bomb at Cedric Tillman. That's gonna happen. But the Ravens defensive, like their defensive backs, they're depleted.
They could be had.
And that could be a problem. So if they don't get any type of pressure, I mean, they can be had. But at the same time, like Lamar, I think it was a bad game for him as well. I'm not concerned, dude. I'm not at all. It's the Ravens.
My bad, man. I'm fucking tired.
It's the Ravens.
Yeah, no, nobody should be concerned about this. It's the same thing when the Panthers benched Bryce Young and Andy Dalton came in. Mm-hmm. Now look, they beat the Raiders, so I know they were ass. But it's just like you just get that jolt. Like that team, that head coach, those fans, they didn't believe in Deshaun Watson. And then you get Jameis Winston, who can actually play. Like Jameis Winston can play.
He can.
He has a lot of talent. He's just a dope.
Bro. He's ass.
He's not ass though.
Bro, just give it time.
No, I'm not saying. he can spot start, but I don't think Jameis Winston is ass. He's one of the better backups in the league.
Yeah.
But he can come in and do shit like this to you. You didn't have film, nothing like that. So for me, I'm not concerned about that. But on the flip side, it was the same thing with them. Like Zay Flowers had that pass go right through his fucking hands from Lamar. Like you got to catch that if you're a 1, dude. You got to catch that. But the Raiders went out today and they signed Deontay Johnson, which I think is a huge pickup for them. Like for me right now, the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl. The Ravens are winning the Super Bowl, dude.
Wow.
Bro, you have Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, Derrick Henry, and you're getting back Keaton Mitchell, who's a speedster. And you added Deontay Johnson to that offense. Like the skill and the speed that offense is going to be able to deploy, you're going to be able to see so many different fucking combinations that I can't even begin. Like it's going to be.
And you got Henry.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's just.
Did I not mention him?
You did.
I did.
I'm just saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
I can't believe it.
The amount of shit you're going to be able to do, bro. It's the offense is going to be so weaponized. It's going to be like the Niners, except instead of having Brock Purdy back there, you got Lamar Jackson at your disposal. It's going to be the same thing, dude. It's going to be a nightmare for them. And now with their defense slipping a little bit, you're not going to need it because your offense, you already have the number 1 offense in the league.
Yeah.
And you're adding Deontay, like it's going to be great, dude.
I just feel like that move is going to be good. I worry about when it's going to be good though. Like, do you think it's going to click right away, or do you? I feel like a wide receiver and a quarterback, dude, it takes some time.
I don't think it's going to take time because Deontay Johnson has been playing with bums for the last few years. So for him, he just needs somebody to get him the ball that's a fucking competent quarterback. You saw it with Andy Dalton. Now, look, it'll be different because he was the only option on there. Like, I don't think Deontay Johnson's going to go out and be crazy, but he's going to open up that offense even more. Like, he's a player that you need to account for.
I agree with you, man. I just feel like it's still going to take some time, though. Like, I just feel like the timing of the passes, I feel like it might take some time. I think there's gonna be growing pains in there. I do.
You think like they're gonna they're gonna start losing games and stuff like that?
I don't think they're gonna start losing games. I just think that it's gonna take some time for them to gel.
Oh well, that don't even matter because they're still gonna win.
Exactly. Right. Like I just think that like the expectation of Deontay coming in there and maybe being a beast and like being a wide receiver 1 off the rip. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Like I have my reservations about it, but I still believe in the long term of that. Like I think he's a perfect wide receiver for him. He's young, he's good, he's proven it, and then you have Zay Flowers there for a couple more years until his contract's up. I mean, it's a no brainer. Like honestly, I think the Ravens really nailed the trade deadline this year.
I know. Might be being on my phone. The thing is with the Raiders, dude, is the Ravens is just they're always in there, and this was the first time they actually went out and made a move for the offense that can be changing. Like that's a big pickup for them, dude.
Yeah.
Like you for the first time in Lamar's career, he has 2 competent wide receivers. He has 2 good to very good wide receivers.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, look, they should be the favorites. Honestly,
they're winning the Super Bowl.
You think they're winning the Super Bowl?
I think they're winning the Super Bowl. They're the best team in the AFC.
Wow.
They're the best team in the AFC.
They're better than the Bills?
Yeah. Yeah, they are. I mean, I know they just got Amari Cooper, but
I know.
The run game is better in Baltimore.
It didn't look hot for him the second game.
Honestly, it was almost like Amari Cooper was the decoy and Keon Coleman started flourishing.
Was starting to go crazy.
I don't know if that's their plan. I mean, obviously that's not their plan. They're not going to use him as a fucking decoy.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's hard to judge them right now though, because they played who'd they play? They beat the shit out of them. The Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
They played the Seahawks and the Titans. So you know what I mean? I mean, the Seahawks are all right, but you'll see more in the coming weeks how they're going to be utilized. But I feel like he caught the touchdown the first week when he went there, and that was like, oh my God, he's going to change life. And then second week they beat the shit out of the Seahawks, and he did nothing. It was all Keon Coleman and Kincaid. So I mean, who knows? I don't know. But for me, the Ravens are the best team in the AFC right now.
Wow. I mean, even over the Chiefs are undefeated.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not worried about the Chiefs, bro.
That's crazy.
Not that I'm not worried about them, but I mean, look, I know they're getting Pacheco back, but for me, like the Chiefs just don't look like they normally look.
Yeah, but they did that last year.
And I know,
too,
and I know they're 7-0, and it's a weird thing to try and like wrestle with in my head because it's like, all right, they're undefeated and it's Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. But then like I'm looking at that, and I'm like, Patrick hasn't been that good this year. Like he hasn't.
I agree with you. Do they remind you of the Steelers team? Remember they were like 9-0, 10-0, and they were like a mirage.
Not to that extent. Like I still think that they're. I still think
you know
that
what I'm
they're,
talking about that year. I think it was 2020.
Yeah, I think they started out 9 or 10.
They started off at like 10-0 or something, and then they lost to Dallas or something. I think that was the game they lost to Dallas or something.
Yeah, at Dallas. It was Dak's rookie year.
Dallas. Yes. No. This is
that wasn't
2020. It was recent. I was in Louisiana, and I remember like the Steelers being undefeated this time, but they were like the biggest mirage ever. Like they were like, I forget what it was. I think they were like 9-0, 10-0.
That's kind of been what the Steelers been.
I think they were, dude. I think that was it. But they kind of remind me of that. I don't know.
I won't go that far, but I don't see them making this. They don't have enough offense.
Yeah.
Like they just don't. They don't have enough offense.
Yeah. No.
I mean, who is it? I mean, look, DeAndre Hopkins. Is DeAndre Hopkins going to be anything special? I mean, is he really going to be a difference maker?
I'm sorry. They were 11-0. And then they lost to the Bills. That was their first loss. They beat the Cowboys that night. It was all probably on some crazy shit. I remember it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But like, what I'm saying is that the comparison is like these games, like I don't think the Chiefs are blowing anybody out.
They're not. They just have a better defense. They have one of the better defenses
defense
in the league. And that's like, all right, that's cool. But I just like I haven't seen it from Mahomes. I haven't seen it yet. And now look, last year it was kind of similar, sort of, but at least I don't know, like Kelsey looks like shit this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have DeAndre Hopkins, Xavier Worthy, he's a rookie. Isaiah Pacheco, he'll come back, but he just broke his fucking leg. He's not going to come back and be running wild.
I don't think so either.
Look what it did to Tony Pollard a year after.
It's going to take some time to get confident. Yeah.
So I just like when I see that shit, man, I'm just off them, dude. I'm off them. They like I can't do the Taylor Swift shit. I can't stand Travis Kelce anymore.
But that like works to their benefit though, because they're a quiet 7-0.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're 7-0 and nobody's really like looking at you like a fucking powerhouse, bro. You're trying to 3-peat.
Yeah.
And nobody even looks at you with respect. I don't know. I feel I'm not trying to. I'm not going off the ship yet with that. Like they could still win it all.
I'm not saying the Chiefs are trash.
I know.
I don't think they're trash. They're a defensive-driven team with a decent offense.
There's more chinks in their armor this year. I will say that. There is more chinks in their armor.
Yeah, and I think the Ravens are better. I think Lamar's playing the best football he's ever played, with the exception of Sunday. But I think Lamar's playing amazing.
Well, who's the favorite to win MVP now since Lamar lost?
I would probably say Lamar or Allen.
That's crazy. No Goff respect?
Why would they do that?
They just dropped 52, cuz. They dropped 52. Jared Goff should be the fucking runaway. Well, I think Josh Allen should be the MVP, but
right now, Josh Allen is favored at plus 270, then Lamar, then Mahomes, then Goff, then Jaden.
How the fuck is Mahomes over Goff?
How's he over Jaden Daniels?
I agree. I think Jaden Daniels he should be at least a top 5
should
candidate.
Be Josh, Lamar, Goff, and Jaden.
I would have said Baker in there, but he got smoked on Monday night against Lamar. That was the end of his run.
And it sucks too, because you really could make a compelling case stat wise for Burrow. It's just their team blows. But Burrow's having an incredible year.
Who's a sneaky candidate? What's Kirk Cousins' odds?
Probably not even fucking listed.
Just out of curiosity, because like I'm just wondering, like, what if the Falcons go on a run?
Oh, plus 3,300.
3,300. That's fucking huge odds, bro. But they're one of those teams. Like, if he goes on a run, he has a compelling case.
A sleeper, I would say Hurts.
Hurts. Yeah, I mean that's a good. What's his odds?
Plus 2,000.
Wow.
I would say Hurts is a sleeper.
Not a bad sprinkle.
Because he'll have a narrative. They fuck around and go on a crazy winning streak, and they're 13-4. I think Hurts has a good angle there.
I don't disagree with that. I actually don't disagree.
I'm not just saying I like him. I'm just saying plus his odds, like Brock Purdy, no. Burrow's not going to have the
Jordan Love's not high?
Jordan Love is plus 3,000. But here's the thing too. Burrow could Jordan Love just got hurt.
Oh,
But
okay.
Burrow could be sneaky too if they actually win, if they go on like an 8-game winning streak. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that could be too. He's plus 2,200. So that could be worth, a few dollars. But I would say Hurts and then Burrow. But I don't know. Because Burrow, the only way for him to do that would be to go on a fucking crazy run. You win 8, you win out or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
At that point, what are you supposed to do? Although the thing working against, no, because I won't work against him because he'll get all the credit for digging his team out of a hole. He's already got like 16 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So like I said, statistically, he's on a tear. It's just the actual team stinks. So I don't know about that. So yeah, I think the Ravens are the Super Bowl, my Super Bowl pick.
Wow.
Right off the bat.
Wow.
And if Jordan Love's healthy, it's Ravens versus Green Bay.
Well, who in the NFC could beat them?
Who?
The Ravens.
The
So
Lions?
you think the Ravens are the best team in the NFL? Period.
Yeah, period.
So a couple teams. Is there a couple teams in mind that
I think the
could beat them?
Lions could beat them. I think the Packers could beat them. The Chiefs, obviously. I think the Bills can beat them. I think the only way to beat the Ravens, you need to have a star quarterback, and you need to be able to put up points.
What about the Niners? You didn't mention them.
I just
Do
think
you think they're dead?
Yeah, like I don't. So for me, with the Niners,
Like you think Ayuk's injury really puts them down because CMC is coming back, and I think they can get healthy. And then
I don't think. But here's the thing: I think CMC's coming back, but I don't think CMC's getting a full workload.
but they have Jordan Mason.
I know that, but I think it's going to be split. But the reason the Niners were so dominant last year was on the back of Christian McCaffrey. And if you're not going to be able to be as dynamic because he's not healthy, dude, he's got 2 bad Achilles.
Yeah, but not off the rip though. Like I think he'll ease his way in though. Like I
Not
think
if it's sore. That remains to be seen, obviously. But I'm not buying the 49ers this year.
Yeah.
I'm not buying the 49ers this year. You're going to tell me they're going to go to war with the best teams in the NFL with Deebo Samuel and Ricky Pearsall?
Mhm.
Like, okay, you're getting
Ricky.
CMC back, but I don't think CMC's coming back, and I don't think CMC's coming back, and he's an RB1, a dominant RB1.
I agree with you. I'm kind of on that wave. I think he'll be like an RB2.
Yeah, like he'll be
because he has receiving value.
He will be good, but he's not going to be the dominating force that he was last year or the year previously because I don't think he's going to be fully healthy this season. I know he sat out 10 weeks. I don't care. That means nothing to me. He sat out 10 weeks because he's fucking hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't sit out 10 weeks and it's like, oh, I'm going to come back and I'm getting my full workload. No, bro, you're going to come back and you're going to ease into it.
Right.
And you're going to be sore
because
you're not in football shape. Now you're getting pounded. Now you're getting pause. Now you're getting tackled. Now you got 300-pound men fucking falling on you. They're grabbing at your ankles. They're yanking you. They're pulling you. You got to dig in the dirt and turn, run routes and shit. So it's like when I see that, I'm out on that. CMC is not going to come back and take the 49ers from being a middling team to over the top. I don't see it.
Wow. Okay.
Don't see it.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I don't think he's going to come in and light the world on fire. I agree. It's just not happening, man. Too bad Achilles. That's a tough injury.
And then like my thing is too is like they're going into the bye this week. They beat up on Dallas. Like that 30-24 score, that's a mirage. They beat the shit out of Dallas.
100%.
And like I see that and like, all right, cool. They're 4-4. They're going into the bye. You're getting CMC back. Like, cool, I get it. But I said this last week. This game was too important for the 49ers because it was a must win for them. Or maybe not a must win, but it was a must win in terms of vibes for one. And then number two, it was like, you're still fighting for your division. Dallas isn't fighting for the East. Dallas stinks.
Yeah, but Dallas is fighting for a playoff spot.
No, they're not because Dallas blows. They're not a good team.
The NFC is a gauntlet, dude. So
exactly. But they're not a good team.
But the point is that it's still a must win for them, though, man.
Yeah.
It's Dallas Cowboys, bro. You just pay your quarterback $60 million a year.
I get that.
That's the point I'm making. But the perspective is that Dallas is America's team. America's team going 3-4. It's not a good look.
Well,
bro.
the perspective doesn't meet the reality here because Dallas stinks, and anybody watching football knows that team stinks. And injuries or not,
and that's why they had the most pressure. They had the most pressure.
Well, either way,
they got to perform.
Either way, dude. I just thought it was the Niners because I think Dallas blows, and I will always say that. And they lost coming out of their bye week.
Yeah, that's what I said.
They're unprepared. They're not good. Like I said,
that's why they have all the pressure because I feel like if the Niners lost, like I feel like, all right, they get CMC back, they get something, they get like some juice back. Like I think the Niners are way too talented to not bounce back.
For me, dude, when I watch the Bullies, it's just like it's the same shit every year, except the difference is this year is you are void of talent. Trayvon Diggs getting cooked. Parsons is hooked. Trayvon Diggs is getting cooked. Parsons is hurt. Lawrence was hurt. Their offensive line, you're starting 2 rookies. Dak has been ass this year. He's got 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions in his last 4 games. Rico Dowdle, ass. Zeke, washed. CD, him. Brandon Cooks, hurt. Jalen Tolbert, ass.
Nah, he ain't ass.
So he's not a difference maker. Maybe ass was too strong, but he's not a difference maker. Is Jalen Tolbert starting on any other NFL team?
It's about opportunities, though. When he's had the opportunities, he looked all right.
He looked all right, but has he made any type of difference?
That's the quarterback. The quarterback's got to target him.
Well, Dak's been asked this year. That's what I'm talking about.
And I kind of agree, though, because like I feel like Ferguson. I feel like where he been? Yeah, like he's such a good player. We saw flashes last year where you're like, holy shit, this guy could be a tight end 1. This guy could be dominant.
I loved him this year in fantasy.
Me too.
I was pissed when I didn't get him.
Me
but
too.
Like, I'm looking at this now, bro. Like, Dak's got 10 touchdowns and 8 interceptions with a 63% completion percentage. Like,
what has he got? 9 touchdowns and 8 interceptions?
10 and 8.
10 and 8.
Like, that's not 60 million.
No.
That's Caleb Williams numbers, and Caleb Williams fucking stinks. He's a rookie. So I just, to pay him 60 million and obliterate your cat, it's just bad business. It's bad business. The team is fucked. They're not going anywhere for the foreseeable future. They're not going anywhere during the tenure of Dak's contract. Because first of all, and like, I'm a Dak fan. I like Dak. I like what he's about. Dak is an above average quarterback. He's not average. He's not ass. He's been ass this year, but he's not great, and he's not anything to like write home about. Dak is what he is. He's an above average quarterback who has been spotty in spots that you need him to not be spotty.
I mean, I don't know. I think Dak's a pretty good quarterback, bro.
What'd I just say?
No, but like, I don't know. I think you put him in a tier of an average quarterback.
I said above average.
I don't know.
Is Dak great?
No, but I don't think that he's
good. Does that work better?
Yeah, he's good. I think he's
that's above average. He's fucking good.
I don't know. I mean, look, and my thing is, dude, Dak last year was an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this year.
Yeah, it was a contract year. No shit.
Yeah, but I don't even think that had anything to do with it. I think it had everything to do with the situation. Like, I feel like the Cowboys situations last year was so much better.
He's been in league
like,
for 8.
The Cowboys were struggling to run the ball last year, and they're even worse this year. Like, it's hard, dude. Like, when you don't have a running game, it's damn near impossible.
I mean, Nick,
if you watch, the fucking game against the Niners, Dak couldn't have 2 seconds to throw the ball.
That's not my problem. You wanted 60 million.
I know. I agree with that. But that's what I'm saying. I think it's all circumstantial. I think it's all like situational. Like, Dak was fucking MVP last year. Now all of a sudden he looks terrible.
Oh, he's been ass this year.
He's been ass. So like what went wrong? The roster constructability.
Well, yeah, the roster's constructed awful.
Yeah.
That's why I said for me with the Cowboys this year, it was like whatever. Like, but truth be told, Dak came into the league in 2016. 8 years later, he's had 3 really good seasons.
What years?
2023, 4,500 yards, 36 and 9. 2021, 4,500 yards, 37 and 10. 2019, 4,900 yards, 30 and 11. I mean, and his rookie year, 23 and 4, because the interceptions are so low. But 22 and 13, 22 and 8, 9 and 4, he got hurt.
Yeah.
23 and 15. Last year, I'm not going to throw more than 10 picks this year. He threw 9. This year, he's already got 8. You're halfway through the season. It's not good. He's on pace for 20 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. That's not good. That's not 60 million. That's like,
I agree.
That's not even 30 million. That's below average quarterback play.
I don't disagree.
So that's what I'm talking about. So in 8 years, he's had 5 okay years and 3 really good years. And you paid him like he's had 6 really good years and 2 okay years.
Mm-hmm.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that. And you're going to be even more strong. You're going to be more pigeonholed to him because you're not going to be able to build a roster around him. It just don't work.
I agree. I totally agree with you.
But I'd stay in the NFC East because the Commanders beat the Bear on one of the wildest plays I've ever seen in my life. That reminded me of the Aaron Rodgers Hail Mary to Isaiah Rodgers against the Cardinals in like 2016 or something like that.
That was crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so we could just go off the rip now.
Yeah.
There ain't no points here. But that was, I started going crazy. I was so happy when that happened because I can't stand Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is trash. I think he's overrated. I don't give a fuck that he's a rookie. All I heard all off season was he's coming into the best situation the number one quarterback's ever had. He's got Keenan Allen. He's got DJ Moore. He's got DeAndre Swift. He's got Cole Kmet. He's got Roma Dunze, the first round pick. His defense from weeks 8 on last year was top 5 in the fucking league. I don't want to hear about it anymore. He looks like shit. He couldn't win that game yesterday. You couldn't win that game yesterday. You're supposed to be like that?
I mean, bro, come
He's
on.
a combination of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Bro, this isn't USC. You can't run around and fucking think you're going to do that with grown men in the league. He's not being decisive in the fucking pocket. Get the ball out of your hands. That's all I got to say on that. Oh, and Jaden Daniels is better, just like I said all summer. And it stands true. Jaden Daniels was the best quarterback in that draft. He was the best prospect in that draft. And he's better than him right now, and he will always be better than him.
See, the
floor's yours, my boy.
The thing is that, like, this energy wouldn't be presented based on a Hail Mary, though. Because if the Hail Mary didn't even happen, you wouldn't be saying this. You'd be like, I can't believe Jaden Daniels lost to fucking
I'd have been sick.
fucking Caleb Williams. Yeah, exactly. The energy, bro. You're basing your energy off a Hail Mary.
No, Caleb played like shit that game.
I know, but you're saying, oh yeah, he couldn't win that game. He couldn't win. I mean, Mike, they literally won the game, and it's until the last play. Like, what the fuck do you want him to do? He was watching the play.
Caleb, I want him to score points.
He should have scored.
He walked in the best situation a rookie's ever been in, and he's a mix of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. You all said that.
I understand that, but at the same time, it's like they were winning the game. Like, what did you want him to do?
Who?
Caleb.
You got to be better.
He does have to be better. I'm not disagreeing with you, but at that time, before the last play, they had enough points to win the game. He had no control over that. That's like, you're basing your energy off a Hail Mary, because at the same time, it's like, if Jaden Daniels doesn't complete that, Jaden Daniels just took an L to the Bears where Caleb Williams threw for 41%.
I mean, he had 100.
That's terrible.
But my point is, though, I'm not even comparing him to Jaden. No, because even if he won that game, I would have told you he was fucking trash. So actually, I resent that.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not the point, though. The point, what I'm saying is that you have a lot of energy towards Jaden Daniels, which he's great. I get it.
I mean, I'm his hype man.
But at the same time, it's like, you're basing your energy off a Hail Mary, bro. Like, if they don't complete that, we're not even talking about Jaden Daniels being in the MVP conversation. We're not even talking about him being in any type of conversation. You know what I mean?
I mean, bro, he had Jaden Daniels had 326 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Granted, it came on a Hail Mary. This dude was 10 of 24 for 131 yards. Who's got better weapons around him?
That's not. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think Jaden Daniels is a better quarterback. He's shown that he's been better at the pro level. Like, I'm not disagreeing with you. That's not what I'm saying. The point is what I'm saying is that you're calling Caleb trash. I mean, like, he's played 7 games in his career, dude. Like, I'm not there yet on that. Like, I don't think he's trash.
I think he stinks.
I don't think he stinks. I think I just
he stinks, bro.
He lit up the Jags last week.
Come on,
so
fam. You can do that.
It doesn't matter.
That's why you're laughing too.
No, I'm laughing because it doesn't matter.
So Caleb Williams, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes mixed. Best situation ever for a rookie. Could light up the Jags. That's what you've resorted to?
Did he put on? I'm asking you.
Come on, bro.
I'm asking you if he put on or not.
Nah.
He did. He threw for 4 touchdowns. And you're telling me he can't play. If you watch that game,
I don't even count that.
I know, but at the same time, it's like, everybody, he had a bad game. Dude, Washington, you got to give him credit. Dude, Washington they played great.
They played great because of who?
Because their defense was great,
and
dude.
Their quarterback. He had 325 of them things.
Mike, they didn't score any points.
Dude, I get that, but it's command of the offense and looking like you belong. Caleb Williams looks like, if you didn't know, if Caleb Williams, right? If he shaved his little beard and had clear nails and he didn't have
that was the only offensive touchdown they had, Mike.
Listen to me. I know that. I said that 5 minutes ago. That was my thing. He had 1 touchdown pass with 326 yards, albeit it was a Hail Mary. But if you took that number off of Caleb Williams and you didn't know who he was and you looked at him, you would think he's a 5th or 6th rounder.
Well, what about last week?
Oh my God, bro. He had 1 lucky week. So here we go. Let's go over.
He had a couple good weeks in a row.
Hold on. Jaden Daniels has looked better than Caleb Williams, correct?
I would agree with that. Yeah.
Bo Nix has looked better than Caleb Williams.
It's
You can say
arguable.
Rufus.
It's arguable.
It's arguable, though. Before the year, did you think that would be arguable?
No, because we didn't think Bo Nix was going to start.
What about Drake May?
I don't know. Drake May, he's had his up and downs.
But he looks like a tough dude.
He's competent.
To say something
I think
real
he's
fast on
competent.
him, I actually like Drake May.
Me too.
I think he's made it a right shit.
Me too. I actually do.
I think the Patriots might have got something. As long as Draw Mayo's like, I mean, I don't know much about him yet.
I worry about the situation.
That's what I was trying to articulate.
I think he's good. I think he could be good. Like I'm looking, I'm like, yo, like he's competent.
He's got the shit. Like he can't teach.
He's got like instincts. He's got good instincts. Like when he's in the pocket and he's in trouble, he has wheels to take off.
Yeah.
So like he adds some shit to his game. So I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I'm not there yet. I mean, Caleb Williams was awesome last week. I'm not going to just base one bad game off the whole season.
You want to go over all his stats this week?
We could do that.
All right.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams has had one good game, family. I mean,
he's had a couple good games.
93 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions in his debut. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes mixed.
Yeah, it's a debut.
Best number one ever. Then he follows up against the Texans, 174, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's a mix of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, and he's the best number one overall pick ever.
It was his second start, bro.
Then he had 363 yards, not bad, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So at that point, 3 games in, he's got 2 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Now remember, he's a mix of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, and he's the best first overall ever. Then against the Rams, whose defense is fucking ass, he had 157 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. Now, mind you, that's a mix of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes and the best first overall pick ever. Then he follows up against the Panthers. Phil's at home sick. Phil could put up 304 and 2 tutties against them. But remember, then he comes to the Jaguars. Ass. 226 yards. You would trash Lamar if he had that amount. 4 touchdowns, another pick, another turnover. And this is for somebody that is Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes mixed and the best first overall pick ever. Then he follows up against the Commanders. I was told their defense was ass too. What's crazy. 41% completion percentage. I got to add that in there because this is 7th start now for the best first overall pick ever. A mix of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. 131 yards, no touchdowns, and no interceptions. And a 59 rating.
Bro, think about what you just said. Every time he's had success, you found the reason as to why he had success.
He only had success against ass teams.
That's my point. That's my point right there. That's my point. You poke holes in your argument just to fit your stupid fucking narrative. He played 7 fucking games as a rookie, bro. Calm the fuck down.
He's been ass in 6 of them.
He played 7 games as a rookie, bro. Just calm down, bro. He played 7 games as a rookie. I'm just saying. He played 7 games as a rookie.
You know what you just said?
Nobody said he was Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. Nobody. I said that?
No, I didn't say you.
Okay, then why did you repeat it?
I was saying it because I'm letting the audience know.
Oh, okay.
That's
I was just making
heard.
sure because I didn't say that.
You wouldn't say that because you're not fucking a dummy.
Right. I think he was going to be good, but I still believe that. Yeah. But every time he had success, you're like, oh, they're trash. No. Oh, okay. They're this. Oh, they had no defense. Oh, there's the Panthers. Oh, it's the Jags. Oh, it's the Rams. Oh, it's the Colts. Bro, he had 300 yards in 2 games. That's pretty good, bro. He's played 7 games.
So check me out.
Check me out. Go ahead.
What is this reminiscent of? When he was
at
USC, he beat up on bad teams. And when he played good teams, he got the shit beat out of him. And that's what I'm talking about.
That happens. Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's the same thing that's translating. And when you watch it, he just don't like, I don't get it. Caleb Williams to me is somebody similar to Trevor Lawrence in terms of and now look, Trevor Lawrence is in a different ballpark because he's been in the league a few years and Trevor Lawrence actually stinks. Caleb Williams, I am just projecting to stink, even though he stinks right now. But I'm saying is that Caleb Williams to me just don't look like he don't look anything near what he has been projected he was going to be. You just don't.
I don't disagree with that. I mean, he was the number 1 overall pick. I mean, the hype was out of this world. So I agree with you on that. Like when you had that much hype coming in any sport, you saw it with fucking LaMelo, with what's his name, Lonzo Ball. bro, he had the most hype I've ever seen, and he crumbled.
Well, LaMelo plays the way we thought Lonzo was going to.
Right. But my point is that like you have all this high expectations. Like even if you have one little chink in your armor, if you have a bad game, the whole fucking crowd is going to be against you.
But I never liked it. I never liked.
I know you never liked them. I know. But that's just the way shit goes. It just does. It just does. But like, I'm not going to give up on him, dude. It's 7 games into his young NFL career. I mean, I don't think like. I mean, he had 3 bad games out of the 7.
And not for nothing, yo.
He's been better. I think he's been more good than bad.
You crazy now?
I think. Well, he played 4 good games versus 3.
And yeah. By the way, if you ever take that tone with me and get loud and sit up in your chair and shit and puff your chest out, don't ever bring that energy.
No, because you're so condescending, and I don't like that shit, dude.
What you mean?
Yeah, what you mean?
He's
a combination of Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. I've never said that, so it's very condescending because you're actually thinking you're painting me to say that shit, and I never said that.
I'll paint you.
That's fucking crazy.
All right, the Texans. Let's go to this ass off. Texans beat the Colts 23-20. Stephanie Diggs is out for the season, but Nico's coming back in week 10. I'm really curious to see what CJ Stroud does. Him, very humble. He prays to God, so he's super humble. I learned that on TikTok. So I want to see what he does. They got a big game coming up against the Jets on Thursday night. Bro, we got to talk about AR bottom 5, as you will call him.
He's bad, bro.
Go off. I'm gonna leave the floor is yours, my guy.
Bro, like
get that boogie out here right now.
I mean, honest to God, it's still there.
Let me see. You cool now, my boy.
Yo, honest to God, though, how can you take him serious as a quarterback? Like he's not a quarterback, bro. He's just you want to talk about ass? You just crushed on Caleb Williams. Where the fuck is your energy for this motherfucker?
Who?
This guy was number 4 overall pick.
I don't even got to say nothing.
AR bottom 5.
I don't got to say nothing about him,
bro.
Anthony Richardson actually stinks.
Yeah, he actually legitimately stinks. Like, dude, it actually was confirmed that he's benched for Joe Flacco.
Do you think he got benched because of his poor play, or do you think he got benched because he subbed himself out?
Truthfully, I think it was a combination of both. I think as soon as he subbed himself out and it got to the media and he even explained it like a dumbass.
You got to lie, bro.
You got to lie, bro. You got to lie on the stand, dude. You have to. You got to tell a white lie. Like, I know, like, you're trying to be a leader. You're trying
white lie, a black lie, a green lie.
I get it. You're trying to keep it a foul. But, like, bro, there's a time and a place, and that wasn't it, dude. Like, so once that got out to the national media, the Colts had no choice but to bench him. They had no choice, bro. I said it in the clip. I said Jim Irsay is not going to deal with that shit. He is done. He might
get cut or traded this offseason.
I legitimately said he is done. He will never play another snap as a Colt. I firmly believe that.
You already think it's over?
I think it's over. I think that Anthony Richardson experiment is completely done in Indianapolis.
He's going to have a lot of time to get himself in shape.
You could bet the house on that, bro. I can guarantee it because you don't go from Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck to an Anthony Richardson. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fucking fit. It don't fit. I'm just saying, but but they fit the style of quarterbacks that they're looking for. Matt Ryan, Phillip Rivers, like pocket passers. Like they even had Wentz, right? A pocket passer.
I was waiting for you to be respectful.
All right, well, he's not respected. He's ass. But like
27-7.
Is he in the league still?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, where's he at? Chiefs?
He's with the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to get a ring.
Yeah, he's going to get a ring. Get the hell out of here.
Yo, for real, for me, it's Chiefs Kingdom.
Chiefs Kingdom.
I didn't even think of that. Yo. He could get, bro, imagine having 2 Super Bowl rings and both times
as a backup. Yeah, that's he's the best backup in the league.
The GOAT.
Yeah, the GOAT is fucking crazy.
He's the GOAT.
Don't do that. But at the same time, but let's go back to Anthony Richardson. He has no shot to come back, bro. Like he never fit what the Colts were always trying to do. Like you got Michael Pittman, bro. You have an awesome wide receiver. You need a quarterback to go get him the fucking football. You drafted Josh Downs. He's an excellent number 2 wide receiver. He's been awesome. Like, and you're seeing it with a pocket passer in who? Joe Flacco. So when Flacco steps in there and the Colts actually score points and they actually look like a competent offense where they can complete a fucking pass of over 5 yards, it's going to be the world of a difference.
Dude, it was funny. Dan texted today in the chat, the fantasy chat, and he was like, yo, Anthony Richardson got benched and Josh Downs' projected points went up.
Absolutely.
4 points.
Exactly right, dude. It's
and you
insane.
drafted him 4th overall 2 years ago?
Yeah, like I'm telling you, he's done, dude. You got benched for Joe Flacco? Bro, you're done. There's no recovering.
I genuinely can't believe that he thought it was a good idea to go in front of the media and say, yeah, I'm not even going to lie. I subbed myself out. I needed a breather. Bro, you are the quarterback.
Do you think he's done in Indy?
Oh my God, yeah, bro. Dude,
There's not a chance in hell he plays
Bro.
for them again.
going back to him, Wentz had a good season with the Colts and got fired because he lost the last game.
Last two.
The last two. Now, granted, it was to trash teams. I get it.
He choked.
But either way,
Yeah.
but that no. My point is that Irsay don't care.
No, he don't
He's
give a
not
fuck.
playing that game. So when
He's
you
not
see
playing
that, and
game,
it's like,
dude.
you know what I mean? He's a cokehead. And it's when you go to that, dude, he's not playing. Bro, that is embarrassing. What do you think that the offensive and defensive linemen that are fucking pushing 300-pound dudes are they're not tired?
Look, Shane Steichen is trying to save his fucking job. That's what he's trying to do with this move. You cannot trot out Anthony Richardson. I'll say it again. That is a quarterback that will get you fired.
Bro, not even that.
It is.
If me and you were in the locker room, bro, and your quarterback came up and said that he subbed himself out because he was tired, you would never look at him the same.
You never would. And that's why he's not playing.
I don't care what happens. You never look at him the same. I don't care what speech he gives. Maybe he'll pull a John Morant and says he needs to work on himself and figure things out. Maybe he'll go to a strip club, pull out his gun and all that stuff. Maybe. But there's no coming back from that. That is as humiliating a response as I have ever heard.
Yeah.
How do you go look 51 other grown men in the face in the locker room and say that? As the quarterback, the face of the franchise, the 4th overall pick 2 years ago, talking about, I subbed myself out because I needed a breather. Donovan McNabb still gets shit on 20 years later for allegedly throwing up in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
There's just certain things that'll never get out of people's heads.
Well, that's why Anthony Richardson's career is already off to a rocky start. How do you go to another locker room and even
his career's
get respect?
Over. His career's over.
You'll never
bro.
get the respect.
His career is over. He fucking stinks. And then, I saw some goofy ass stat on Twitter today of them comparing his first 10 starts to Josh Allen's and the numbers being similar.
Nah.
And it's like, at no point have you ever seen Anthony Richardson and yo, he could be Josh Allen. Are you crazy?
He's not it.
Are you crazy?
You know when players are good.
You know, dude.
He's just not it.
For Anthony Richardson, bro, it was the 60-yard bomb that he threw in the air where everybody's like, here we go. And you talked about this.
Bro, it was unbelievable.
And now look, it was fantasy. But however, you talked about it and you said, that fucked me up because A, I didn't like him. I don't know why I drafted him. And B, when he scored those 30 points, it made me hold on and buy in.
You had no choice. You didn't have a choice because you saw the ceiling. The ceiling was unbelievable.
The problem is the floor is the fucking basement.
It is so low.
And the ceiling is the first level because he's not good. He's not an NFL ready quarterback.
No.
He's just not. Dude.
No.
There's nothing about it that jumps off the screen other than fucking athleticism.
That week 1 was unbelievable. I don't even know where it came from.
It was the week 1. You know how week 1 goes.
I know, but that throw was amazing. He had the defender in his face. He backed up and he launched the ball, and it was fucking thrown beautifully. It was the most perfect pass.
Was it Josh Downs, actually?
I think so.
Or I think it was
no, it was Pierce. Alec Pierce. It was fucking thrown so beautiful, and you're like, holy shit. But you saw the ceiling. But you said the floor is the basement. It's so true, dude. And
the basement's flooded.
It's terrible, bro. He can't even throw a simple check down, dude. He was airmailing people. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I'm sitting there. I'm like,
souvenirs.
I'm like, bro. I'm like, yo, that's an NFL quarterback. I'm like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen an NFL quarterback do that consistently like that. It was mind blowing. I was shocked that the Colts even went back to him. After looking at Joe Flacco's performances. I mean, the offense clearly was better under Joe Flacco. It's a shame, man. It's crazy, dude. His career is done in Indy, just like that, man. In the blink of an eye. And he had so much hype coming into the season too. So it's one of them situations, man. It's just that's how it goes, dude.
Yeah, it's over for
it's over.
AR bottom 5 is probably the most accurate nickname.
He really is bottom 5, dude.
He is. He stinks. Him, Deshaun Watson, they stink.
Yeah, they're
it's amazing, bro. Deshaun Watson gets replaced by Flacco. The Browns go on a roll. Anthony Richardson gets replaced by Joe Flacco. I guarantee you the Colts start winning some games.
Mm-hmm.
How long remains to be seen. Let's go to Thursday Night Football. Houston at the Jets. Jets are -1.5. That's a crazy line.
That's a fucking insane line.
I don't understand it. I don't even understand it.
I
know they don't have Nico and Diggs, but they got Mixon. They got Tank Dell, who I always hear is great. They got CJ Stroud, who's very humble because he prays to God and Jesus. I've been told that all weekend on TikTok when I was getting cyberbullied, which is cool. But you got CJ Stroud and you're a dog to the 2-6 Jets.
You want me to be real?
Always.
This is a lock. The Jets are going to win this game outright, easy. The Jets might win by 10 or more. That's my prediction. I think the Jets actually beat the shit out of the Texans. It's such a bad spot for the Texans. You lost a leader in Stephon Diggs. Like everybody tells me he's a leader. You lost your leader. You don't have Nico. Who you going to throw to?
You got Tank Dell and Dalton Schultz.
Doesn't matter.
Who I don't even know who their other wide receiver is.
But Tank Dell, is he a 1? It's remaining to be seen. You have Sauce Gardner on the other side. So you're expecting him to get shut down.
The Jets can't fucking score.
But the Jets have a better defense. So I think this game could really help the Jets.
But Damian Pierce is a better coach. They're going to get out, or not Damian Pierce, bro. What the fuck is his name?
What's his name? D'Amico Ryans.
D'Amico Ryans.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, that's what's going to come down to. It's going to be the second half adjustments. But I feel like in this game, Houston, I think the Jets get out early.
I like the Jets in this game too, to be honest, because the Jets
really
shouldn't be favorite. But truth be told, like I'm not even trolling right here. CJ should win this game.
He should if he's really him.
Yeah, like he should win this game, bro. Like Nico or not, his expectations don't change the same way they didn't change for Jalen Hurts. The Jets are
a good football team,
and the
Jets make mistakes. They make they have a lot of penalties, but you know what? So does Houston. Houston's very penalized.
They just win.
And I feel like the penalties here with the Jets being so undisciplined, along with Houston being so undisciplined, it kind of offsets. So the spot here favors the Jets. Like I love the Jets in this matchup. I think if the Jets lose this, they're done.
Of course.
Like it's to the point where I would start looking to the future. Like I don't even know if you can continue to play Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the season. Like, bro, at that point, bro, like he's not going to be there next year. Like, how do you bring somebody back going like fucking 5-12? You realistically you can't.
I know,
because you bailed on your quarterbacks last year, and they were fucking what 9-8. They were a quarterback away. They ain't fucking quarterback away. They got a lot of holes in that team, bro.
I know.
Like it starts with just the coaching. I think the players are there. It's just the offensive line isn't good. The defense has been unimpressive. They've looked uninspired since Salah has been gone. Like they're missing that foundation, like we talked about earlier, and they don't have a culture. So, like to me, like they're kind of playing off of skill. But the spot here favors the Jets. I love the Jets in this matchup. They shouldn't be favored.
Do you think the Stephon Diggs injury though? Like, do you think that's going to fuck them up? Because there's a part of me that's kind of like, I don't want to say you can do without him, but there's a part of me that it's like with Mixon, Tank Dell, and you get Nico back, and if Nico plays the way he did before his injury, I don't even think they'll miss Stephon.
Me either, because of
and that's crazy because I thought Stephon was going to be the go-to, but I didn't see that coming from Nico Collins. Like I'll be the first to admit that I didn't know that.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't. Not that I didn't know. I didn't expect that to happen. Like I did not expect for him to go crazy like that.
Oh well, Nico, we knew that last year. I mean, he was fucking.
No, I knew he was like that, but like
we didn't know that he was.
I didn't know he had that next level.
Yeah,
and that's what he did this year. He was next level in those first 4 games that he played.
He was
3
lights
games.
out.
It was crazy.
He was unbelievable. So yeah, I totally agree with that. But yeah, no, I don't think they'll miss a beat. I really don't. I think they're gonna be like what they were last year,
and not with Mixon running the ball like.
And Mixon's been awesome. So like honestly, like. It could be addition by subtraction.
Nah, because he wasn't causing no problems there. You just don't like this dude, man. You're very condescending. I'm learning that.
I'm not condescending at all. I'm just fucking.
I got the Jets, and I go both ways on this. Jets minus
I got
1.5.
the Jets. I got the Jets and.
But I don't think they blow them out. They at most a touchdown.
I think the Jets in a comfortable win.
Cowboys at the Falcons. Ooh, this is game of the week. This is gonna be a great game. Falcons minus 2.5. I feel like because this is a must-win for Dallas.
Mm-hmm. No doubt about it.
Yeah, Dallas is going to get the shit beat out of them.
But I think it's a must-win for the Falcons because you got the Bucs in the division as well.
The Bucs, though, man.
Yeah, but you still gotta take care of business, though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Do you think? What have you been so impressed by with the Falcons this year, or has anything impressed you this year with the Falcons?
I love their balance. Like I feel like they have that wide receiver 2 opposed to London. Like I love Darnell Mooney. He's having a fantastic year. They're actually
speak on that.
Yo, he's really having a good ass year, bro. Like Darnell Mooney is like legitimately like a wide receiver 2 right now. He's legitimately playing awesome.
I know.
And then you have that with Kyle Pitts, who's playing really good. Like he's just getting open. And you got London on the other side.
Got London on the track.
You got Tyler Algier, who's a goddamn bull. I love Tyler Algier. I was high on him before they even drafted Bijan. I loved him. I wanted him in fantasy before they even fucking drafted that running back, Bijan.
You know what's crazy?
Then they got Bijan Robinson, bro, and it's like you look at the roster and it's like it makes sense, dude. They're only going to get better, and I feel like that's the team that could be really scary in the NFC. Like when it comes down to later in the season, I feel like that's the one team that could really make some noise.
What do you think about Bijan Robinson?
Overrated to a degree.
To a degree, my ass. He's mad overrated.
I think he's overrated.
I think it's about time we have that conversation.
Well, I think he's unfairly overrated. When I watch him, he's excellent. It's like, holy fuck, he jumps off the screen. Like he's a beast. But the stats don't support that. And it's like we're kind of going off him being overrated based off fantasy because of where he's drafted and shit like that. But when you watch him, I mean, he has all the skill set.
He's the most overrated fantasy player in fantasy.
Could be.
Bro, he gets drafted like 1 overall. But, however, I'm glad you brought up them stats because I just did this off the top of my head, right? He's got 116 attempts, 546 yards, 4.7 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns, and 31 receptions. The guy I'm comparing him to has 112 attempts, 535 yards, 4.8 average, 4 touchdowns, and 19 receptions. Identical fucking running backs. Identical. You have any idea?
What conference or division?
AFC West.
AFC West. Javonte Williams?
Nope. J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins. Wow.
Off of Achilles surgery. He's the same running back as J.K. Dobbins. He's the same running back.
They had the same touchdowns?
4 touchdowns each.
But what about receiving? They had the same?
He has. I don't have those stats up, but he has fucking.
Because Bijan has 5 touchdowns this year.
So he has 1 receiving touchdown.
Who?
Bijan.
He has 1.
Yeah, but he has 31 receptions. JK has 19 receptions.
That's the
same amount of rushing, the same amount of yards per carry, same amount of yards. Like Bijan has 11 more yards on 4 less touches. So, but I just did that off on a whim.
Yeah.
I just thought it was like somebody that's like a mid-level running back. And
I wonder what the fantasy outlook is on there in terms of the where they're ranked.
Bijan was like 16, I think.
16?
I think he was 16.
I mean, for a $70 running back, man, he's got to be better than that.
I'm
sorry, he's number 6.
Who?
Bijan.
Not in sleeper.
Yes, he is.
He's 6?
6. He's had great games back to back to back. He had a slow start.
For real?
Bijan's been going crazy, bro.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
24, 22, 20.
Oh, all right. That shows you how much I know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then. I don't know. I just feel like for Bijan don't do it for me.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He's been awesome this year.
So maybe he started off rough and then he got it going.
Yeah. I mean, look, when you watch him, I feel like he needs to get the ball more though. Like this whole out. Yeah. I mean, look, they have a healthy approach. I whatever they're doing, it's working, dude. Because they've been on fire. I know they had a rough game last week, but that was a big win for them against the Bucs. That was, even though the Bucs are depleted.
Absolutely, it was a big.
It's still a big win because you're on the road. It was the creamsicle game for the Bucs. Like that was a game the Bucs probably went off emotion and energy. You know what I mean? Like losing Mike Evans, you're playing the creamsicle game. You got the home crowd. You're playing divisional opponent. Like I felt like that was a game where the Bucs kind of let it slip away. But at the same time, you got to give credit where credit is due. Atlanta took care of business, man. They went on the road and they really took over their track.
They just had a letdown game against Seattle.
That's all.
And that's what I feel like deter people. But they've been better, like you said. They got 2 legitimate wide receivers. Kyle Pitts finally looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Kirk Cousins, man. He's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
But that's it.
That's what I mean, though, bro. Like when you have a pocket passer, bro, it makes the world of a difference. Like it just fucking does, dude. Like, and that's the thing with the Eagles when they were struggling early on. It's like Jalen Hurts just wasn't a pocket passer. Like that's not his game, dude. Like when you watch him against the Bengals, he was running the ball more. He looked faster. He looked crisper. Like that's his game, dude. But like when you have a pocket passer, bro, and you could deliver the football with weapons like that, bro, you could score points, and that's what the Falcons have at their disposal. And that's why they're one of those teams where it's like if they could score points and their defense could play somewhat solid, because they are pretty good against the run. Like if they could be really good, like overall, this team they can make noise, bro. And going back to this Dallas
Well, they
game,
have a ceiling though.
yeah, every team has a ceiling.
Nah, but it's different. With Kirk, you know what it is. Like you ain't going past the divisional.
You don't know, man. You never know, bro. Matthew Stafford never had a shot, and guess what? Everybody thought that he couldn't do it, and he went there and LA did it.
But I never even got to see Matt Stafford barely play in the playoffs.
I'm just saying, though. Like you never know.
I know, but Sean McVay and Matt Stafford, you can't really compare to Raheem and Kirk.
You think Kirk is as bad as the Monday Night Football record is on primetime? Like, do you think he's really that bad, or you think it was just it's coincidental?
No. I think like that's coincidental. Like I don't think like Monday night a standalone game. Like I don't think Kirk just folds under pressure. I think Kirk is what he is. And I think when playoff football comes and you're zoned the fuck in and you're spending 70, 80 hours in the office, you know how to pick somebody apart. Like, I don't think Kirk Cousins is trash, but like, I think he's an average to above average quarterback.
But do you think the Falcons have enough weapons on the outside and just overall to make noise? And I'm talking about making noise. I'm talking about going to the bowl, bro.
Fuck no. What?
I'm just saying. I'm asking. Do you think they have the firepower at the disposal where if they got on a run where Kirk Cousins was on absolute fire and with the weapons that they have at their disposal, you don't think that they have potential?
Fuck no.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, like, do you think they have, because I'm trying to compare them to like a Bucks team, right? Or a Rams team where like the Bucks that year when they won, dude, they weren't that good.
We saw Kirk in a situation like this with the Minnesota Vikings. So ask that question again and it's going to be fuck no.
I know, but do you think the Vikings team was better or the Falcons team this year? I'm talking about weapons wise.
It was Justin Jefferson. Was it Jordan Addison yet? Or was it
what last year?
No, it was 2 years ago with Kirk with the Vikings, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 years ago. So that was Justin Jefferson.
Adam Thielen, but he didn't play the whole season.
Was Hawkinson there?
Hawkinson was there. Yes.
And then who's the running back?
Dalvin Cook.
Was it Dalvin Cook?
Dalvin Cook. That was his last year.
Yeah. So I would probably. I mean. Nah,
Jefferson moves the needle, but like at the same time, overall, like you got a better tight end. Well, I don't know. I think Hawkinson's better than Pitts, in my opinion, definitely. When healthy, it's
no doubt.
Yeah, but Mooney's been playing excellent. I
think Kirk has more to work with this year, but I think he has a lesser talented offensive mind.
Interesting. Why?
Because I just think Kevin O'Connell is really, really fucking like that.
Could be.
That's truthful. I'm being dead serious. I'm not even like trying to be funny. I genuinely believe Kevin O'Connell is one of the top tier coaches in the league.
So you don't think the Falcons can make a run?
No, like I think they could win. They should win their division because the Bucks got hurt.
Yeah, I agree.
We'll see about that, but they'll win their division. They may win a playoff game depending on the matchup. Like if they get Dallas or something like that, a team that I think that they're definitively better than, yeah, they could fuck around and win a playoff game. But that whole team's young. Darnell Mooney, he came from the Bears. Like he was in no man's land. He's having a good year, but Drake London, no playoff experience. Kirk Cousins been there, but he never did shit. I mean, he beat Drew Brees, but Drew Brees was old as shit. So I don't look at the Falcons like that. I look at the Falcons as a good regular season team that when you get them in the playoffs, it's like, I know we can beat them, but you got to stay focused. But like they wouldn't like if the Eagles got matched up with the Falcons in round one, I'd be licking my chops.
Really?
Absolutely, dude.
Oh, that'd be a game I'd be worried about.
Not me. What you got in this game? Because I got the Falcons both ways. I think Dallas stinks, and that's really it for me. I'm
right with you. I'm kind of. This is a Dallas line now.
Do we play the boys next week?
Yeah, I think we do.
We do.
Yeah, we do play the boys next week.
So I hope they win this game. Because I don't want to have to hand them their third straight loss. Like I would feel so bad.
Why? Do you think the Eagles would?
The Eagles are beating them.
You think the Eagles are going to beat them?
Yeah, the Eagles are way better than them. Way better.
I agree with you.
Way better. Who the fuck's stopping Barkley? Who's stopping Devontae? Who's stopping Goddard? Who's stopping AJ?
Problem is, who's going to stop CD?
Quinyon Mitchell's fucking awesome this year.
Yeah, but he's not going to stop CD, bro.
He looked fine, just fine on Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase had 9 catches for 54 yards, bro.
He had the one play. He had the one big play of the game.
But he still had 9 catches. He
Fuck
was still
the 9
getting
catches.
open. I know, but
How many yards he had?
54 yards.
That ain't shit.
It's not shit. No, the Eagles did a great job.
So, but you
keeping
could
everything
have
in front
9
of them.
catches all fucking day long.
I agree, but the opportunities are going to be there for Dallas, and I hope they don't exploit our
Yeah,
secondary.
who do you think? Who would you take, CD or Jamar?
Wow. True. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I feel like I would take Jamar because I feel like his toughness is there. Like I'm getting a tougher wide receiver with Jamar.
Yeah, he could do a little bit more, like more versatile. Excuse me.
I think he's more inclined to go across the middle and take the hit than CD will.
Damn, really? I didn't expect you to say that. I'm actually pretty shocked by that.
Yeah.
I don't know, because like I really fuck with CD, but I feel
I
like
don't know. I mean, I feel like if you took CD Lamb over Jamar Chase, I'm not going to argue it. If you wanted Jamar Chase over CD, I'd be like, all right. They're to me.
Do you
like,
think CD, Chase, and Jefferson are the best three wide receivers?
I think Jefferson's the best.
I think Jefferson's the best, and then second, I probably got Chase.
I honestly don't think it's close. I don't think there's a close second.
Oh no!
Like I think Jefferson is far away the best wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like when I watch him, like he's just unbelievable, bro. I just can't believe he gets open all the time. Like I'm just like the way he runs his routes. He just knows defenses, man. And when you have a smart wide receiver that's gifted like that, and you have a quarterback that's been delivering the football the way he has been, like he's been awesome, man.
What do you think about George Pickens?
Very good. Very good.
You think he's a top 10?
I think he has untapped potential. Like
I feel like he needs a quarterback.
I think he needs a quarterback that can consistently feed him the ball.
Like Dak.
Like somebody that can actually feed him the ball because he makes some fucking outstanding plays. And if you give him the opportunity, he could do that more frequently, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, because I think George Pickens is.
There's flaws in his game though. Like I definitely feel like
I think his only flaw is he's got a really bad attitude.
Yeah. Like when he's checked out of the game, like if he doesn't get targeted like the first like minute or two,
he's a diva.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know, he kind of checks out, but
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Pickens is top 10. I don't think he's top 10.
Do you think he's top 10 in hands?
He has really good hands. He has a really good. He's really focused. Like he has like really good focus. Yeah, pause. Come on, fam.
What?
Come on, dog. No, I'm just saying. Like I don't. He has top 10 hands. You have to. I mean, based on the plays I've seen, yeah, I would say yeah.
Because I do. I think so. Like, I think George Pickens is really, really good, and I can't stand him because I think he's a fucking. I just think he's a baby. I think he's got a bad attitude. I don't think he's a winning player.
Really?
I don't think George Pickens is a winning player.
You don't think you can win a Super Bowl with George Pickens?
Nope. Because if George Pickens would not be happy if he had 3 catches for 30 yards and they won the Super Bowl. He would rather have 10 catches for 130 and lose the Super Bowl. Or maybe not lose, but he would rather have 10 for 130. Like he would be happier that way. He wouldn't be happy winning the Super Bowl with 3 for 30. He would need 10 for 130.
You think he's selfish?
Yeah, I do. Or maybe, look, I don't know him like that. I can't say selfish. I just think that I think he's a product of 25, 26-year-old kids right now. Spoiled brat.
I don't know. It's hard to judge him. I don't really watch him too much. You know
That's
what
I'm saying. I'm just going based off of you don't block for your teammates. You're constantly making headlines. Like, that's where I'm judging him.
Well, that was Deontay.
Nah, he did something. No, it was George Pickens. He didn't block for Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. No, I get that. Well, yeah, Chris Johnson, he's a Steelers fan. He said he needs a better fucking attitude.
That's fucking
as
perfect.
Well. Getting one catch doesn't warrant trash talk. He hasn't done enough to warrant any respect. I agree with that.
What'd he say?
He doesn't he hasn't done anything to command respect. I mean, he's absolutely right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Appreciate the comment, Chris.
Yeah, like he kind of I feel like he kind of carries himself like that. But honestly, I said this last week, but I got told that since CJ Stroud believes in God and Jesus, he's humble and he gives all his praise to the Lord. But what have you accomplished to be acting like you're the big homie? I
mean, you feel good, you play good, right?
I get it, bro. I get it. I'm just saying, with George Pickens, bro, he just seems like
I like his energy,
it's like watching a less talented AB with a worse attitude and not having CTE. That's a poor man. I don't know, like a less talented AB with a worse attitude. Chris, am I off on that? A less talented AB with a worse attitude. That's how I would describe George Pickens.
I mean, AB never had a bad attitude though until
After
like
he
later
got
in his
hit by
career.
Vontez Perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's when shit went downhill for him,
Although he's magging now, which is him and Le'Veon Bell on Twitter are must follows.
which is crazy.
Funniest shit in the world.
Put that shit on.
He should have came out to that.
He should have.
All right, yes, I got the Falcons both ways in this game.
I'm right with you. I it's hard to ignore, dude. Dallas stinks.
I know.
I can't bet them, dude.
Jags at Eagles. Eagles -7.5. Dougie P's coming back to Philly. He's coming back with this fucking garbage can that they called from Duval or whatever that is.
Duval.
Is that how they say it?
Duval. Yeah. I remember that because Jalen Ramsey was saying that when they had a parade going to New England.
Only thing I hear about him
Remember
is
that?
we going to the Super Bowl and we gonna win that bitch.
Yeah.
Whatchamacallit? What do the Eagles need to do to get a win? Because for me, it's just show up and, show up.
Show up and show out.
Yeah. I'm not here to show up. I'm here to show out.
All
But no, I just think, honestly, the Eagles should win this game and cover this 7.5 point spread because the Eagles are a much better team than Jacksonville. Jacksonville is one of the worst teams in the league. Trevor Lawrence fucking stinks. Doug Peterson, I don't know what's going on with him. Press Taylor's fucking garbage. Christian Kirk is out. Brian Thomas Jr. is banged up. Travis Etienne's been trashed this year. Tank Bigsby's been all right. But if the Eagles lose to the sorry-ass Jaguars at home and don't cover the spread, I don't take them serious.
You be off a train?
Yeah, I won't take them serious because good teams need to beat the shit out of bad teams like this.
agree.
And the Jaguars are a bad football team.
I agree. But I don't know. This game worries me for a little bit. It's just weird, dude. I hate playing bad teams, especially coming off of a major win like we had against the Bengals. Like I feel like you come down, dude. You know
you're
what
talking about the letdown game before Dallas.
the letdown game.
I might have to take back what I just said,
I'm
bro.
really worried about that. So
I
I'm
hate
not
that.
kidding. I hate this game, dude. This game worries the shit out. I think this game will be a lot closer than people think. I do. I think the Jags are covering the spread.
Think of that, bro. Look at you doing your homework.
I just do. I think the Jags are going to cover the spread. I think the Jags is going to be a lot closer than people think. People are going to be like, and then the next week against Dallas, because I think Dallas is going to win, or they're going to lose, and then it's going to be a must-win game for Dallas next week against Philly, and then we're going to be, just coming off a squeaky win against the Jags. And then that's when people are going to pick Dallas. The line's going to change, and then we're going to demolish Dallas. That's what's going to happen.
Of course.
So
Dallas not fucking with us.
I think this game's going to be a lot closer than people think. I do. It just 7.5.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm the same way. I love Doug Peterson, but he really hasn't done shit with them. And honestly, I don't know if it's Doug Peterson or Trevor Lawrence at this point.
Well, he made the playoffs.
I think Trevor Lawrence stinks regardless.
And he made the playoffs with him.
I know. I would say it's more Trevor Lawrence before I would blame Doug.
I like Doug. I think Doug's a good coach.
He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback with his backup.
Yeah.
I just think Trevor Lawrence is ass. I really do. Like, I genuinely think Trevor Lawrence is ass.
I just don't think the situation is good for him though, man. Like I don't know if they had like the Jags don't have the pieces. Like they don't have I mean they do, but it feels like they're always fucking injured. Like Kirk is out, Evan Ingram's out, Etienne's out. Like they're never together. And it always feels like they're missing pieces. And it's hard to gel as an offense when you constantly have to deal with in and out on the offense. It's hard, dude. But like at the same time, he's paid to win football games, man. He was fucking paid $260 million and they're fucking garbage. And it's like, bro, what are you paying?
Oh, he's got the Commanders winning.
So,
yeah, no, I'm with you on that. You are right, though. They always are banged up. Trevor Lawrence was hurt last year.
They're always banged up, man. So
Kirk.
It's hard to get in a flow, dude. So
Yeah.
So
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, yo,
That's fair.
do I think Trevor Lawrence is talented? Yeah, I do. Do I think he's a top 10 quarterback or ever will be? No, I don't. I don't see that. I think we saw Trevor Lawrence's ceiling.
Me too.
I think he's already peaked.
The Chargers.
And I hate to say that because he's so young, but I just don't see. I mean, he's hard to assess, bro, because Brian Thomas looks fucking awesome, and he's hurt now.
He don't win.
But I know, but it seems like his pieces are always out.
I know, but that's why you get paid that money.
I know, but again, dude, when you
I know
constantly have
circumstances
turnover,
matter, but-
I feel like Trevor Lawrence's career has been circumstantial to this point. I really do. Like I think it's been situational. I feel like he has the talent. I just don't know if he's just not good enough to overcome the deficiencies on the roster.
So he's not a $50 million quarterback.
He's not a $50 million quarterback. And that's okay. That's fine.
It is, but it's not when you get paid like you are and you're not, because you can't build your team.
Correct. But hey, who are we to say not to get your money, bro?
I'm not mad at Trevor.
Get it how you live.
Every
dog.
time I've said about Trevor, I've always said the same thing. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? I would have signed that shit too.
I would have never signed him.
Just like who's doing that? It's Zion's fat ass when the Pelicans offered him a 5-year deal after he played like 5 games in 3 years.
Doesn't make any sense.
Why would you do that?
Potential.
Take your money, dude. Yeah, he didn't want to be in New Orleans. At least that's what they said. That's what the reports were. But you offered him $250 million. You'd be crazy not to take it.
Yeah,
You're always injured.
Take it. Yeah. Well, but the NBA is different with contracts because if he leaves, I don't think he gets more than if he stays.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you want to take it.
You can get a max contract.
Yeah, I'll suck it up for a couple of years or $250 million. Fuck it.
So you got the Jaguars on the spread?
I have the Jaguars on the spread. Yeah.
All right. Lions -3.5 at the Pack. Goff versus Love if Love plays. But healthy Love, healthy Goff. I want to go off script. Healthy Love, healthy Goff. Who would you take? And you better say the right answer.
I would take Jared Goff.
Okay, you said the right answer. And I love Jordan Love.
He's been to a Super Bowl. He's been there. He's done that. I mean, he hasn't won it, but he's been there. I know I'm getting experience. This guy's been awesome, man.
NFC Championship games for 2 different teams, 2 different conferences.
Come on, bro.
Was left to die in Detroit.
Jared Goff is, I'm telling you, man, he should win the MVP this year. He's up there for me. I bet him.
He's third.
He's third, but he's third.
I might even argue he's second.
He should be number 1.
Nah, not over Allen or
bro. He scored 52 last week.
I know,
and the Lions are rolling. It doesn't matter.
Titans are dog shit.
I don't care. He still did what he's supposed to do. He did what an MVP is supposed to do. You fucking smashed him.
Nah, he actually, dude, go look at his stats. It was all fucking kick returns. I think his stats were garbage this week.
Jared Goff stats.
I mean, it's only one game.
There's no way Jared Goff was garbage.
Not garbage, because never mind. He had 3 tutties. We're good. I don't know what the fuck.
He had 85 yards.
85 yards. That's what I remember.
Yeah, he threw 15 passes. They didn't really have to do much.
Bro, I'm telling you, the kick returners. Every time I looked, they were only opposing 30.
Well, they also had a good game on the ground too. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs went bananas.
Bro, they're 6-1, 3-1 at home. Like I keep saying this all the time, dude. Like the Lions are so good. And for some odd reason, like Dan Campbell, he's a top tier coach in this league. And Jared Goff's a top level quarterback. But for some reason, this team they just get no love, no respect. I don't understand it. It's Jared Goff.
Bro, have you ever seen a team get blown out 52-14 and win by the possession margin by 13 minutes? or 12 minutes? I've never seen it before.
I'm telling you, dude, it was the kick returns.
Well, they only have 1 kick return
or punts or something, bro. Every time I looked at him on the fucking red zone when it would pop up, it was them running down the field.
Oh, because the Titans fucking fumbled twice. Threw 2 picks,
not kick
twice.
Return.
They had 4 turnovers.
It was the field position.
They have 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's why his yardage was so low.
Yeah, he didn't have to do much. So why put your quarterback in harm's way? You know what I mean? Because he was getting popped early on. If you were watching that game, bro, the first play of the game, I didn't think Jared Goff was getting off the turf. Bro, he got leveled, bro.
He got jacked up.
He got jacked the fuck up, dude. And I was like, holy shit. It was the first play of the game. He got fucking leveled. So I was like, holy shit. So I see why he only threw 15 passes. You didn't have to, don't put your quarterback in harm's way against a team like this. They're 1-6, bro.
Yeah, nothing to play for.
You have nothing to play for, dude. So you're 6-1, you're home, protect your guys. It's just,
if Love plays, like how would you, I don't even know if Love's going to play, but I'm saying, like, do you think that could have been like a battle for who's the best in the NFC?
It's going to be a battle for years to come. For the next 3 years, it's going to be Love versus Goff for the division.
Not Caleb?
No, I don't think so. I think Goff and Love are just I think their team's better. Their team's better, and they're
about
that,
better
bro.
They're
better quarterbacks overall.
The Bears got playmakers now.
They got playmakers, but they didn't gel yet. They're not there yet. They're not there with the Bears.
They got to be glued.
Yeah, they have to be glued. Exactly right. Not that ass. Like Green Bay, to me, they already did it. They've already gelled.
Yeah, bro. They already went out to dinner.
They bonded.
Kicked it.
They bonded. Yeah, they bonded, dude. And they had that run last year in the playoffs to kind of galvanize that team. Like they didn't lose anybody except for Aaron Jones. So like, yeah, like I mean, they're already kind of cohesive. I don't see that with the Bears yet.
Yeah.
So
Aaron Jones been a monster this year.
yeah, I mean, and you could see the good teams in this league, cohesive units, like the Lions, cohesive. Tampa Bay before they got injured, cohesive. Like the tight knit teams were good teams. Like they were the best in the league. Like the Ravens, they're close knit. They're the best in the league. You know what I mean? Like you have them, the Chiefs. They're all close knit teams. It's like the Jets. You know they're garbage. They're not close knit. Cincinnati, you know they're garbage. They're not close knit. They had problems all season, Cincinnati, with their contract situations, T. Higgins and this bullshit, and then his fucking injury, random shit. It's like they're not cohesive. They haven't done it yet. Like
the Lions just look cohesive, bro. They just do. They just look.
That's our episode name.
Cohesive. Like they just, to me, when I watch the Lions, I'm just like, yo, that's one of the best teams in the NFL, and they're a team that I want to root for, dude. And like, here's the thing, I fuck with the Packers, but I think Jordan Love got hurt again. Malik Willis stepped in and played fine. But for me in this game, I got the Lions both ways, man. I think the Lions are just playing like that. Even if Love plays, the Lions get after them. They don't even got Aiden Hutchinson.
I know. That's crazy.
That is crazy. They're rallying for Hutch.
I mean, Josh Jacobs is playing awesome though.
They're horny for Hutch.
I mean, we could shout out Josh Jacobs, bro. He's been awesome, straight up. So I mean, that's gonna be the key for the Lions. If they could stop the run, I think they'll have a really good chance in this game. I like the Lions too as well. I think they're a better football team. I just think they're a better football team. They could run the football, although Green Bay is very stout against the run. But again, like the Lions have too many weapons at their disposal, dude. Like I know Jameson Williams is not going to be there because he got suspended, right? But this is his last game he's serving. He'll come back next week. But you still have Amon-Ra, Laporta. You still have weapons on that side of the ball. And when Jared Goff is playing good football like that, I mean, they're just tough to stop, dude. Overall, so it's hard to pick against the Lions. I think they're going to win this football game. I think they're winning outright. I think they win 24-23. I think they covered just by the hair.
All right, let's go into the full slate. Dolphins at Bills. Bills minus 6.5.
I got the Bills both ways. I'm not even second guessing.
Me too. Nah, I got the Dolphins on the spread.
That's a big line.
Yeah, Dolphins could win that game too. Bills are flying back across the country. Granted, they're going to be home. They're coming off a big ass win where it was a beatdown. The Dolphins could get desperate. They lost on the last second field goal. It's Tua's second game back. I think Reek should go off. So I'm taking the Dolphins here on potential upset. Okay. Chargers minus 1.5 at the Browns.
I got the Chargers here both ways.
Me too. Jim Harbaugh know how to handle, bro.
Yeah, I don't think the traveling is going to fuck with the Chargers. I think they're just well coached, dude.
Yeah, and the Browns are going to be coming off a big ass emotional win, dude. You just lost your franchise quarterback. You got in Jameis telling you that the sky isn't the limit because people were on the moon, and I just feel like it's time for him to fall down a little bit.
He's funny as shit though.
He's the man. He's fucking funny as shit.
He fucking quoted Eminem.
Yeah,
that shit was so fucking funny. He shot out.
Denver at Baltimore. Baltimore minus 9.5.
I got Baltimore here, but I'll take Denver with the points. I think that's a lot of points. Denver's been playing really good football. I know Bo Nix against that Baltimore Ravens defense could be a long day, but I think Denver's secondary could be had, and I think Bo Nix can actually throw the football. I think he can make some plays. I think Denver's going to cover the spread. I
got Baltimore both ways. Reason there's a big spread, and you got Deontay. I don't know. I wonder if Deontay will play. He got traded today, so he's probably got to go there, do all his shit. I don't think it'll be very impactful. But if he goes on the field, you got to account for him.
Agreed.
But I think Baltimore handles them. Saints minus 7 at the Panthers. I don't even want to talk about this game. This game is going to be horrible. I can't even believe that the Panthers are trying to help Bryce Young develop the rest of the year by trading his only fucking wide receiver and weapon on the team. I guess you could say Leggett, but he's a rook. If Bryce Young can't improve with Deontay Johnson, who's a vet in this league, he's not going to be able to do it with a rookie. The Saints shouldn't be minus 7 though. The Saints fucking stink. So, but I'm taking the Saints both ways because the Panthers stink even more.
I know it's crazy to see the Saints as 7-point favorites. Like you won't see
I
this
can't
the rest
even
of the year.
believe that.
You won't see this the rest of the season. Even Derek Carr's there or not. This is the last time you're ever going to see the Saints -7.
Yeah.
But give me the Saints -7 here. I just Carolina stinks, bro.
Raiders at Bengals. Bengals -7.5.
I got the Bengals here. I'll take the Raiders with the points, though. I think 7.5 is a lot of points. The Raiders are a physical team. They will be coming ready to play. They do. They're not a pushover, dude.
Bro, stop.
They're ass. They're ass. Yeah. All right. Hold on. Don't get it twisted. The Raiders are fucking ass, but they come ready to play. And a physical team, like they're one of those teams that the Bengals don't want to play right now. Like, I mean, I just they're physical, bro. They're physical, and
Is it
they're
at the
gonna.
the Raiders are coming to the jungle?
I don't give a fuck. So did the Eagles. Guess what? What happened to them? They got their fucking ass kicked by 20.
It's the Birds.
I know it's the Birds, but look, I just think the physicality that the Raiders bring, and that mentality is going into travel in this game. And I'll take the Raiders with the points. I think Cincinnati wins, but I'll take the Raiders with the points.
All right. I got the. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even get my pick. I got the Bengals both ways.
Right, the Bengals defense is trash,
but the Raiders offense is trash, and they're not coming to the jungle and doing anything with my 9.
That's crazy.
And that's point blank. Period. The Bengals, they're starting their run now.
We said that like 3 weeks ago.
I know, and I'm gonna keep saying that shit until they're mathematically eliminated. That's when they start their run.
I respect it.
Commanders -3.5 at the Gents.
Close line. I'm gonna take the Giants with the points. I'm gonna take the Giants with the points here.
For real?
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna take the Giants with the points. I got the Commanders winning, but I'm gonna take the Giants with the points. This game should not be 3.5 points.
I know. I got the Commanders both ways. Commanders is like that. They keep the pressure on the Eagles.
It's division game now. I know. This has an upset written all over it. I gotta be real.
Run the Giants.
I gotta be real.
Nah, the Giants just played the Steelers on Monday night. It's gonna be a short week, and they got the shit beat out of them, and they're gonna be hurting.
All right, you know what? I'm gonna say I'm gonna come out on a limb and say it. The Giants are winning this game. I changed my pick. The Giants win this game. Emotional win like that with the Commanders. What they just did, what they just pulled off. That's such an emotional win, and that fucking carries into the next week. It always does, and I always believe in that, and I always will. And guess what? The Giants are winning this football game. They will find a way on a last-second field goal. I have a hunch.
I will put mozzarella sticks on that, but I'm not going to do that to you. I'm not putting your faith in your hands of Daniel.
This is an upset for me. This is my upset of the week.
I rock with it. Damn, I didn't even think of one. Let me look real fast.
Well, you had your upset of the week. I think the Dolphins or the Bills, but you were close on that. But
yeah, actually, I'll make that mine because I said
Fair.
I was leaning them on the money line. So yeah, I got the Dolphins in the upset on this week. Patriots at Titans. Titans -3.5. Another dog shit game.
Yeah, but another game that I don't think the Titans should be favored.
Yeah, I'll take the Patriots I'm taking the Patriots with 3.5.
This is a trap, bro.
I know you probably should lay them points.
Just a fucking
trap. How are the
trap.
Titans giving them 3.5?
I'm going to take the Titans here both ways.
I am
is a
too.
trap.
There's
because
no way.
Drake May is concussed, right?
I don't give a fuck.
I know.
It's Mason Rudolph.
I know. Against the Patriots defense too. Like that's what like makes me like I don't know. I'm gonna take Titans both ways.
Me too. Bears at Cardinals. Cardinals -1.5.
Oh, this is my lock, bro. I love the Cardinals here. Cardinals outright.
Way to wise up.
I
love the Cardinals.
It's just I just believe the Cardinals can outscore the Bears, and the Cardinals defense is trash. I just don't have much faith consistently in the Bears offense.
Their offense is
they're inconsistent.
Yeah, I got the Cardinals both ways here. I think the Cardinals go off on them. Rams -1.5 at the Seahawks.
Another weird game too. I mean, Puka looked awesome. I'll take the Rams here.
I got the Rams too, but this game scares the shit out of me because I feel like the entire world is going to bet the Rams, and I don't know why they're just blowing the Seahawks off. The Seahawks just got blown out at home against the Bills.
They're home again too.
I'm pretty sure DK's coming back, and I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that line, bro. I'm taking the Seahawks. I'm switching. I don't give a fuck. I like the Seahawks. I'm reading the line. There's no way, dude. There's no way anybody's betting the Seahawks. And the way I am with that, with when teams get blown out versus when they,
I wouldn't say
blow
nobody's betting
someone out.
the Seahawks.
I don't think anybody's
The
betting
line's
Seahawks.
is only 1.5 though.
I know. I don't like it. I don't like it.
All right.
I don't think the Rams should be a 1.5 favorite.
But that kind of goes against your theory.
I know because I should bet the Rams, but I'm also going based off of the the feel on it. I like teams that blown people out. And I'm pretty sure the teams that play the Vikings are 0-6 after they play them.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a bag on the Giants, bro. They're my upset of the week, dog. I can't wait till they do it.
Colts at Vikings. Vikings minus 5.5.
I gotta go the Vikings here. But I'll take the Colts with the points. I think I think Flacco is competent enough where he can keep up.
I got the Vikings. I got them both ways. Anthony Richardson blows, so it would have been worse for them if he was in the game. But with Joe Flacco, I think the defensive line of the Vikings and Brian Flores, I think they'll be able to get to a Joe Flacco that's older and can't really move. They'll be able to bring the pressure and get to his ass and knock him down. So I got the Vikings both ways here. Buccaneers at Chiefs on Monday Night Football. Chiefs minus 8.5.
This is a crazy line. The Chiefs defense is too good to ignore, and the Bucs have a lot of injuries. I'm going to take the Buccaneers with the points, the 8.5. I will, but the Chiefs are going to win this game.
I'm taking the Chiefs both ways.
That's a big line.
They got the Chiefs. The Buccaneers are crushed, bro. You're rolling out here with Cade Otton and Sterling Shepard.
But
Sterling Shepard got hurt.
But I think the reason why I'm making my pick that way, because like Baker is the kind of guy where he sees a point spread like this, and I feel like he knows how to rally his team to where he can get them going to at least make them fight.
I hope so. I love Baker.
I do. I think this game will be a lot closer than people think.
We will see. I got the Chiefs.
Monday Night Football. Anything can happen too.
I know. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next Wednesday at 8:00.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments, except for the hacker, troll, whatever the fuck it is, clown. We appreciate all the love, support, and the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell on YouTube. We are also available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeart, Stitcher,
and all that other shit.
Also follow us on all of our social platforms, as you do not want to miss our daily content. It's straight fire, straight heat. So come hang out with us, leave comments, like our shit, follow, share it, all that shit. And we will see you guys next week at P&I, baby. Peace.
Oh my God, my fucking ears.
I'm caps lock different. It's facts, non-fiction. Said I black out for real, then the track gone missing. If it's cap, I'm dipping. We ain't talking about a move, then it's flatline finished. When I spaz, I'm grinning. Put a peel off in the Sadies and I pass by spinning. It's perks with this life, but I don't have my skinach. Took a quick trip and now I'm back home winning. And I see they eyes pop like I snack on spinach. Pull up to the spot, she try and grab my digits. I'm already 8 shots, a Henny past my limit. Here you go. Hazards with a dash full of tickets. I'ma act like I don't see them. I got bad eye vision. Y'all can't pass my scrimmage. While y'all tripping, it's Aruba. I realized I had to go and flip the...
Fuck. Dude, I was so fucking high.
You were crushed?
Dude, crushed. I was smoking on set.
I was smoking. Yeah, you really were smoking on set, bro.
I needed it. I wanted it.
What? Yeah. a new flavor. I was tired of the same old shit. Because I only smoke Legend.
Try this shit.